さんスマートフォン持ってんじゃん、モトローラーの。スマホ。あ、なんだっけ、レーザー。モトローラー。モトローラー。Nice to meet you. Bienvenidos.
As Marshall and I headed towards the boat on our first morning, we were excited to meet with our guide Manuel and finally get on the water. It would be our third trip fishing together at Lake Baccarac, but it would be the first time fishing the low water conditions of the month of May. Reports from the previous few weeks had been stellar, and we were hoping the good fishing conditions would continue for us. We had done our homework and hoped that we were rigged properly for the current conditions. Deep crankbaits and spinnerbaits had been producing big fish, along with swim baits and a few fish on flukes.
What do you think? You ready?
Ready.
Yeah.
After cranking for only 20 minutes on a submerged point, we noticed a few active fish across the cove on a steep bank. Throwing pearl super flukes, we started our trip with 9 or 10 very respectable fish.
So when the fluke bite died, we moved over to another submerged point, and that's where things began to get rather interesting.
He tells me to do the fluke. Oh, that's a nice one. That's a grande! Oh, that's a big one.
Oh, that's a good one.
Good one.
That's got lips. That's got lips.
Oh my goodness.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Okay, hold that one up, my friend.
We make a short move, and the order is to continue deep cranking.
Cranks?
Yeah.
Oh, cranks. Yeah. He's gonna freaking punish us.
After about 15 minutes of more deep cranking, it was finally my turn. Now Marshall must have heard me say the word turn and thought I meant turn the camera. No worries, I'd get used to editing Marshall shots.
That's a big fish spot there, boy.
That's a big fish. It's a grande.
It's a grande. It's a grande.
That's a good one, Manuel. Okay.
As the temperature got hotter, it was not any hotter than Marshall. Not soon after my nice fish, he lands another big fish, this time on a Lake Fork flutter spoon.
Yeah, nice.
Now it is well over 95 degrees, but Marshall is hotter than the thermometer itself. He goes back to the crankbait and hooks yet another big fish.
Yes! Yes! Ah! Ah! Oh!
Let's see that thing, Marshall Boobo. Oh, we got video of you.
So could it be that Marshall has hooked yet another big fish?
Oh, get a deckhand anchor line. Oh, foul hook. False alarm, false alarm. Where you going, Marshall? Yeah. Oh,
With only 1 hour remaining in our second morning session, it was finally time for me to be the one holding the hot stick.
yeah! That one, that
might get 10, Marshall.
That might get our 10.
That might get 10.
That might get 10.
Holy macaroni!
That might get 10.
Holy!
Look at the size of these freaking fish.
Oh my gosh! That's a big one. I don't know, 9.5. Yeah.
Well, it was time for a well-deserved siesta.
Yeah.
Our friends from Tokyo joyfully reported that they had 2 8s for the morning session. After lunch, our guide Manuel was using the floor tile as a topo map in an attempt to get some of the other guides to surrender any information on any other current hotspots. So after boating 3 9s right before lunch, I just could not force myself to take a rest. I wanted to get back on the water bad, so I decided to try to put a halt to Marshall's afternoon siesta.
Hey, Marshall, go fishing!
Where you going, Marshall?
Well, Marshall ought to be thanking me, as it was only 10 minutes into the afternoon session when he hooked another nice one.
Nah. Otra. You know, I think they're just big fish here.
Not a monster.
Now only 20 minutes later, Marshall's really thanking me for cutting his siesta short as he hooks into an even bigger fish.
It's up. Okay. Up.
Oh, it's a big one! It's a big one! Hashi hashi! Hashi hashi! Oh, that's a 10! That's a 10! That's a 10! Konnichiwa.
Yep, this is
the 10.
This might do it,
Posible más.
This fish doesn't even look real.
This fish weighed in at 12 pounds, 4 ounces.
Wow. I let Manuel use my rod, and look what happens. Oh.
One of the most outstanding parts of this trip was getting a chance to watch Manuel fish. Not only is he a world-class guide, but he's an outstanding fisherman.
Yeah. That's a big fish because Manuel's 6'7". Hold it up. Muchas gracias.
When the big fish stopped biting, we ran up the river to an area where we saw some breaking fish the day before.
It was very encouraging to see so many fish represented from the past 2 to 3 years spawning class.
On this 5-day trip, we caught literally hundreds and hundreds of fish, and they ranged from just under a pound to just under 13 pounds. It got to the point where we were not even weighing a fish unless it looked like it was over 9.
We were catching so many big fish the first few days, we started to get the feeling we were being followed. But Manuel knew how to get rid of them by launching a couple salvos of cold water.
It was interesting to see the lake at such a low water level, lower than normal rain totals, and the freeze which destroyed the initial plantings in the Los Mochis area had the water level lower than anyone at the lodge could remember. We decided to let our big fish points take a rest, and we were working a steep bank when Manuel hooked a 5 and a 7 on a crankbait. He informed us that there was a tree submerged just off the bank. We took many nice fish off this tree in the days to follow.
Whoa, Marshall! Hey! Try it again.
I would have to say that day 2 was a very successful day on the water.
Mornings at the launch were always entertaining.
Aquí! And there is my guide. Morning!
We head straight for one of our big fish spots, and as usual, it was game on.
Taking him around the boat. He's too big for Marshall. Yeah, see? See? Holy moly, it's a bass. Oh! Oh, look where you hooked him. One hook, Marshall.
One hook, Marshall. Oh.
Whoa.
Marshall's on the camera again.
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
Hey, Kirk, let me ask you. It's the red's not on.
Red, hit the red and it goes.
The red's gone.
It's good.
Okay.
Is that red gone?
Yeah.
That means you're filming this big old battle, huh?
No, that's
So after catching a few more rather nice fish off our submerged tree, Manuel decided to take us back up the river to do some shallow water cranking. Well, Marshall had been taking quite a ribbing from Manuel and I, because it seemed like he was leaving more tackle in his room than he was bringing on the boat. I thought it was time for another dig at Marshall.
Oh, you lost one hook in the front.
Uh-oh. I have more. In the room.
In the room?
I gotta try one more without.
one more.
Buenos dias! Buenos dias! Yeah. Take and drag, Marshall, take and drag.
Well, surprise, surprise. After lunch, we head back to one of our big fish points, and it only takes a few minutes before it pays off again.
Look at that, man. It's like a freaking tuna bobbing its head. Nice one. Nice one. We just pull in here and do that. Just pull right.
Day 3, just like days 1 and days 2, was just outstanding.
Yeah, baby. Just one after another. Hey Marshall, which day is it?
Let's see. Number 4.
Get him. He's kind of heavy.
Watch out the rock. Watch out for the rock.
Kind of heavy. Yeah, he's kind of heavy. Here he comes slowly. Slowly out. Oh. Sata, sata.
Ah, yeah. Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. There he is.
By the afternoon of day 4, we were taking longer naps and doing less filming, but the fishing was as good as the previous days. A run by the now exposed cemetery was a rare sight indeed.
I don't care about the name of the day. I want to know the number. No. Oh, God. Very good. Gracias. Yeah. Marshall Booble getting geared up for the battle. There you go. Thank you.
Manuel sure seemed happy that it was our last day.
Marshall Booble on the board. I showed him where to cast. He listened. Flying fish. Flying fish.
Right in the net.
Yes.
Good job, Manuel.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
It's Manuel's spot.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Here.
Yeah, a little bit small for Marshall.
Yeah.
You know, that's small for Marshall.
After a fantastic shrimp lunch on our last afternoon of our trip, I decided to let Marshall sleep in. I was exploring the grounds, and it was obvious that things were winding down for the season. We were one of the last fishermen at the lodge, and the staff was busy shutting things down in anticipation of the rainy season.
Good afternoon. One more day.
It was always a good feeling to be greeted by Juan at the launch.
We anchored our big fish spot for one more shot.
Oh, it's Marshall on camera again. Where you go? Marshall's over there, and the net's over here.
Yeah.
And the fish is down there.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Another little one. Yeah.
Just when we thought the fish couldn't possibly get any bigger, Marshall hooks another nice one.
Nice. Nice. It's a nice one. Oh, that's an 11, Marshall. That's the big one. That's 12. That's a monster.
Our crankbait spot pays off yet again.
That is a super pig.
No more fish. I take to the lodge.
Siesta, siesta.
Siesta.
That's a good one, man.
That is a
That's
good
a good
fish.
one. Look at that. That's
Oh,
going to
God.
be maybe 13.
Yeah.
Maybe 13.
Let's weigh it first.
Not working.
That's working. Oh, okay.
It's getting worn out.
Wait.
Oh, new record. What is it?
12-11.
12-11. Yeah.
12-11.
We head up the river to do some medium depth cranking. This was the only boat we saw the entire day.
Es nueve. Sí, easy. Easy. Posible más. Yeah. You're talking too much. Now you're bragging. Now you're bragging. Okay.
it's only small at this place. Yay! No. No Bambino. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's all captured on video.
As the sun sets on our final afternoon, we find a submerged tree with some fish on it. Marshall has fun dropping a spinnerbait off the branches and getting a few last fish.
Oh! Oh! He let it go and caught it. I saw that. All I saw was the blade up here, and I could see your hand, and I thought, wait a minute, who's got the fish? Oh, Marshall Boo. Let me see him, Marshall, with the spinnerbait in his mouth.
Now with the sun set totally behind the mountains, Marshall gets our last fish of the trip.
He's throwing away 8s, and he's worried about a 5 jumping.
That's a good fish.
Okay, hold him, Marshall. Come on. Yeah, unbelievable. Well, did you enjoy yourself, Marshall?
I had a great time.
Good job. And who's your favorite guide? Hey! Oh! Vámonos! Vámonos! Vámonos!